Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Wow, what a night, UK time. I need to orient myself as well here. It's absolutely crazy what's going on. Bitcoin obviously came below 30k, so it hasn't strictly reached my target area of 29k yet. But I mean, we came down to 29.8. I mean, that is, for me, I think very successful, given that we've been talking about this price area back in November, December. And I was able to prepare most of you, at least, for these price movements. That it happened here so fast in the last few days, that surprised me as well. So obviously I'm going to update you in separate videos about the altcoins, but Terra Luna with its pegging issue, that is something that obviously happened, that also a TA cannot sort of forecast. But what we could do in the TA was to show you an alternative scenario. If Terra Luna drops below a certain level, it will come down all the way down to $25. So unfortunately, it maxed that out as well. So a lot of selling pressure. And obviously Terra Luna is a thing in its own, with people saying it's going to collapse now completely, which, to be honest, nobody knows. All right, nobody knows. If obviously when a project obviously gets messed up or is under attack or whatever it is, these are some circumstances that you just, of course, a TA cannot forecast. A TA can only give you an orientation in the market, can give you an edge in the market, can help you identify opportunities and identify with a high likelihood potential reversal points. And this is exactly what we're doing. And one potential reversal point is this area here between 20 and 29k for Bitcoin, which we've had on the chart since the end of November. I think for the very first time I made you aware in September, but in September we were still on our way to new all-time highs, and at that time the all-time high scenario was more likely until we dropped below 53k. That was the invalidation point for the bullish scenario, and at that point this year became my primary scenario. Nobody wanted it, nobody wants it, unless people wanted to buy cheaper. But it was a journey, I can tell you that, and it still is a journey. And we're gonna do this here together on this channel, right? I think we're all learning a lot as well. And then on our way up, we will know how it all came together, which target areas the altcoins in the end reached, how they maxed them out, their target areas, because I think they are now all in there. I will need to double check. Polygon Matic hasn't reached it yet, but also on its way to it, I believe. So Bitcoin, what did it do? It obviously, from a high level point of view, 20 to 29k is the target area here. We have important support on the left hand side here back in June, July, where we have a real zone of support in that area where we currently are. As you can see here, this is a significant low. Also here previously, back in January 21, this is pretty much where we're hovering around now, around that area of 30k, 29.8. This 30k is also a psychologically very, very relevant area. And you can see here when we actually came down back in May 21, this was basically to the same area. The overall drop in percent was less because we obviously did not reach we did reach a new all-time high, but we did come even higher back in November. But we obviously spent quite a long time in this area. Yeah, we were sort of not bleeding out, but coming down slowly, slowing down the downtrend. That gave people the opportunity to buy in if they wanted to. We had a lot of wicks coming down. They were all bought up, and in the end, the 30k level wasn't broken really, only for a short period of time, but that was it. It was like the last dip, and then we had a breakout to the upside, and that was it. And what are we doing here now? We've come down to the same level pretty much as forecasted overall, and we have reached here for this wave 3. I told you that this, in my view, is now a wave 3. That was just in time. A relabeling of those waves here, because until then I expected a corrective move up before we come down. So Bitcoin took the direct route, which in the end I think most people preferred, because it just means the correction can probably be over earlier, and everybody, I think, wants to have this overall correction over, because any sort of diversion, any corrective move up takes much more time, like this did. All of this was, or that with this was this upward sloping channel, was just a corrective move up. Therefore, I had labeled it as a wave 4, which is a corrective wave. As you know, a wave 4 can be very boring, can be very long. We experienced that just before Christmas as well. It was also a wave 4. Not that long though. It was here. Yeah. And this drop yesterday reminded me of the drop from the 4th of December, where we also came down all the way to 42k, but it was all bought up and we came up to 50k again. In the end, that wick was filled, but it was also a wave 4 here that we did. Yeah, a corrective wave 4, and then we came down in a wave 5, and this was part of a larger wave 3. Now we had our wave 4 here, which also took a long time, and from here we now rushed down, and we are in this 5th wave down that you can see here. And this 5th wave should be the last wave of the downtrend, but it's not a straight line. As you can see, we've got waves and sub waves, and we can also see that with this wave 3 here in yellow. Yesterday I showed you a possible target area to get into to complete the wave 3, and we came into it. We did undershoot it slightly with the selling pressure that's going on here, and these target areas, they are target areas where with the highest likelihood we are going to see a turnaround. Now, of course, it can undershoot it slightly, but it looks like at the moment that for the wave 3 at least here, the low could be in, which means that we could see a corrective move up now in a wave 4. This won't be much though before we see another move down in a wave 5. At least that is here the current scenario, how I see it, and we can draw the Fibonacci retracement levels for that wave 4 that could be coming. So the area, sorry, with the highest likelihood for a wave 4 to get into would be the 33.6k level. So we take the length of the wave 3, and we get the area with the highest likelihood is the retracement to the 38.2% Fibonacci level. So this is the area where we ideally see wave 4 to get into, just to give you some orientation. And then we have here the 50% Fib retracement as well. I don't know why this says 21.4. It should be the 23 point. 38.2, 23.6 Fib retracement. That is sort of the first level where we would expect some kind of resistance. Here the 23.6. As you can see, this is also at the same time the resistance level of the target area, so we can expect here some resistance there. 23.6 is sort of the minimum requirement for a wave 4, so it wouldn't be a lot at all. It would only go up to 32.1, and theoretically here the wave 4 could be finished already. But the ideal level, and we can only work in this space with probabilities, the ideal level would be here somewhere between the 38.2% level, which is 33.6k, and the 50% Fibonacci retracement at 34.8. The way we currently see this play out here, and the selling pressure, I mean, depending on how this is playing out, but it might be that Bitcoin doesn't retrace a lot, because I think the low isn't in yet. We haven't even reached the 28.7k level. That is really the beginning of the large target area here. That is where the lower low starts compared to the low in June. That is what we need to reach in this expanded flat pattern, in my opinion. So yeah, expecting now a retracement up, not a lot anymore. So just a wave 4, just a shallow wave 4. And the reason for that is that the wave 2 retraced quite a lot. Yeah, in terms of the retracement levels, you can see that here. This was the wave 1 low. This is the wave 2. It retraced quite a bit compared to the beginning of the wave 1. And then, yeah, the wave 4 should just be here, this 38.2% retracement ideally, and then we could see a move down in the wave 5, and that could take us then already in the target area. From this wave 5, this would however only complete a higher level degree wave 3. Then we should see that corrected in a larger wave 4, and then we get our final capitulation hopefully So yeah, I think we can all expect lower prices for many coins. Still, yesterday I think it was quite a bit of a signal to everybody that no, the low for Bitcoin is not yet in. Nevertheless, I think personally the current levels for Bitcoin, the prices, they are absolutely amazing, but we also need to understand that there is a potential to max out this target area completely down to 20k. Can we drop below it? Some people talking about 12k already, and yes, this is possible. And I will adjust my target area if we get closer or if we get further into the yellow target area, seeing how the price reacts to these Fibonacci levels and everything. An ideal level would be the 27k level. That is the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the whole move of Bitcoin, and that would be a very, very important support level. If we drop below that, yeah, we could drop just below 20k to the 78.6% level. I think that is around 18k. But yeah, if you lose that, 12k is possible. I mean, these are just areas where we get into with the highest likelihood, and this area hasn't moved since the end of November. So we need to see how now the next waves play out, and then we can possibly narrow it down further. And I'm probably going to do that in the next few days. But yeah, this is Bitcoin currently. Again, not reached yet the target area, but I think we can already count this as a success, because it is proven to be the correct pathway overall. Yeah, with Bitcoin getting from up here to here, warning people, making people aware the prices are with a high likelihood going to drop even further, which is happening, and we can now wait for the reversal. Now that can take a while. I don't want to paint a super good picture here. That can take a while. We can spend some time on the target area. We can even max it out. I mean, even this move here back in May took from May all the way to July. Yeah? So this took a couple of months. So we just need to be aware of that, and in order to show you here the next, what would be the next target for Bitcoin, right? For the let's say this is a wave 1. All we are doing here is a wave 2. Let's say we max out the target area, then the target for the next major wave for Bitcoin, the 1.618 Fib extension, would be 120k at least. This would be the minimum. If we end a little bit higher here in this target area, it would also go up. As you can see, it shifts those targets up, and we can talk about maybe 125k Bitcoin. But in the end, if we get to 120k or 125k, probably doesn't really matter too much. And also, this is only the minimum target for the next major wave, the wave 3 to the upside. Yeah, to qualify for a wave 3, it needs to reach at least that 1.618 Fib extension. So short term now, higher prices expected. Yeah, that is currently my view here. Before we come down once more, and if we take a look at the indicators, I mean, it was down to 25 on the daily. Here the 4-hour came down to 11. I don't think I've seen 11 RSI on Bitcoin before. That is absolutely, no, it's crazy. Oh yeah, there was one. Look, the 4-hour chart here, November 2019. Absolutely crazy levels. And I will, for every channel member, yeah, so just that you know, today I will update systematically my buy order sheet, because I believe most of them have triggered now. I will probably add 1 or 2 more buy orders for everybody who is interested to buy even lower. I mean, we've been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. I will update these. I will flag up high risk cryptos, and I will do that later today, but it won't be before the evening here UK time, and currently it's early in the morning, so have a bit of patience, but I will do that today, and then we'll make channel members aware of my updated buy and sell order sheet. Alright, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership and maybe even my trading course I'm currently uploading onto the website morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.